morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Garland Kemper. This is the second year that Stephanie Owen and I have been leading the stewardship campaign. Now, many of you are probably thinking, I wish I'd realized it was Money Sunday. And I completely understand. But since you're here, I want to take a few minutes to get us all to focus not only on the dollars, but on the commitment those dollars represent. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. This Native American proverb speaks to the intergenerational aspect of stewardship. It urges us to consider the impact on our actions, on future generations, and to make choices that prioritize their well-being. Today, I want to emphasize the importance of stewardship not only for our own financial well-being, but also for the benefit of those future generations spoken about in the proverb. Just as we tend a garden with care and responsibility, we must also be mindful of the legacy we leave behind for those who will come after us. I invite each of you to take a moment to reflect on the metaphor of planting of seeds and consider how you can bring it to life in a tangible way. As you might have figured out from the readings and from Stephanie's call to worship, we've decided to center our stewardship campaign this year on the theme of planting seeds for the future. We encourage you to actually plant seeds, both metaphorically and literally. Metaphorically, consider how you plant seeds of love, compassion, justice in your daily interactions. How can you sow kindness and understanding in your relationships? How can you advocate for justice and equality in the community? Let these seeds take root and grow, nurturing a future that reflects the values we hold dear. I'd also like to ask a few of you to come up now and help us all embrace the literal act of planting seeds and share a few sentences you have on stewardship and the support you're committed to provide for our community. As a symbol of our commitment to stewardship and our connection to the earth, I also invite each of you to plant a seed in your own garden or in the pot we have here. We will also have seeds in pots at coffee hour, as well as pansies for people to take home if the dwarf sunflowers are not quite your thing. Let the seeds and flowers represent your hopes and aspirations for the future. We'll move this pot to a sunny location in the sanctuary as a reminder of our role as stewards, both of our First Parish community and the planet we call home. As you witness its growth, may it inspire you to continue planting seeds of positive change in all aspects of your life. In doing so, we now not only honor the theme of planting seeds for the future, but we also embody the essence of stewardship, recognizing that our actions today have the power to shape a better tomorrow. So would anyone like to share a few words? And maybe plant a seed when you're done, or you can just plant seeds too. Doug, thank you. You can go there.
Good morning. First of all, having run our stewardship drive for 5 years, I want to say First Parish has always been a very generous community, and thank you for that. So, why do I pledge? I pledge for 3 reasons. 1, we're a community of caring people that is 100% self-funded. We receive no money from local, state, or federal governments. We receive no money from a parent Unitarian Universalist organization. I pledge because I understand funding our next church year is totally my responsibility, completely our responsibility. First Parish is 100% self-funded, and that's something we should all be very proud of. Number 2, I pledge because it makes me feel like an owner. I know my pledge helped fund last Sunday's music, and my pledge will help fund next Sunday's faith formation and social hour. That makes me feel like I'm part owner, like I'm responsible in part for the good things that go on here. If you open the gray hymnal in front of you, you may see a label on the back side of the front cover showing a name related to the person who funded the purchase of the hymnal. For obvious practical reasons, we can't label everything here at First Parish. But in your imagination, you can. Look at our sanctuary walls, the windows, the ceilings, and imagine them covered with names. Names of members and friends whose pledges funded their maintenance. Imagine when Dr. Grills begins playing. I pledge because I know our pledges directly fund First Parish, but also our dollars indirectly fund many other worthy efforts. Once our pledge dollars are received and put to work, you can't stop them. Our pledges just keep funding and funding and funding. And the biggest reason I pledge, we love our staff. Our pledges fund fair pay and benefits for our staff. I definitely like that. Lastly, we're all very grateful for Garland and Stephanie's stewardship of our stewardship drive. Our canvas is a heavy lift, but all of us can make it less heavy. Let's express our gratitude to Garland and Stephanie by pledging as generously as we can and as soon as we can. Pledging promptly is not at all exceptional for us. It's in fact what most pledging households do here. First Parish has always been a very generous community and a congregation that pledges promptly. And thank you again for that.
Thanks, Doug.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name's Aggie Brennan. Most of you know who I am. When I walked through the doors of this church in 2013, so a little bit more than 11 years ago, I had no idea how the seeds of change would be planted in me. I was looking for a spiritual home, and that I found. I have grown spiritually in innumerable ways in being here. I've made wonderful friendships. Met beautiful people, and I've been able to use my talents, which are much appreciated here, to help with. I didn't write anything down. Forgive me. To help with social justice campaigns, and just having nice social interactions here at First Parish. So the reason I pledge is it's a place that I love, and I would like to sustain it and have it continue for now, for me selfishly and for all of you, but for future generations. This is a place that is warm and welcoming and is essential for people's growth and essential for people's growth as people and as a divine organization. So I appreciate you pledging, because I cannot do it alone, you cannot do it alone, but all together we can help this place, sustain this place as it is now, and help it grow in the future. So, and I echo the thanks to Garland and Stephanie, because it is a heavy lift, and they're doing a wonderful job. Thank you.
Anybody else? Thank you, John. And you're welcome to just come up and plant a couple of seeds if you'd like.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm John Schneider. I'm part of the standing committee. And I pledge and I give my time because I want First Parish to be a viable and relevant home for liberal theology and practice now and in the future. And I think there are a lot of personal benefits to the community, the work that we do when someone experiences loss, sadness. Our youth program is great now with my little grandkids to be able to participate in that again. I think it's important to remember that we're part of a liberal religious tradition. And that matters now. And that's really important. Not just for those of us sitting here, those watching at home, but for our community and our nation. Not to make this a big speech, but you know me. I truly believe that churches are part of saving democracy. Churches are part of saving democracy. There are very few institutions that are intergenerational, where you get a moment during a week, pause, think about what matters. For those of us in the Protestant tradition where we get to participate in decisions about church governance. And Doug, I love what you said about we fund this institution. We don't have money coming from the government or from other private sources. As someone who makes my living as a lobbyist, I know what it's like to try to get money from the government. So thank you for all you do. And let's make this pledge really successful. Thank you, Garland and Stephanie, for your leadership. I know this is not easy work, but we'll hope you make it fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Oh, Beth.
There we go, it's on. I was telling Aggie this story at the end of the week. In 1987, my late wife and I moved to Chelmsford and bought our first house. And we went and we introduced ourselves to all our neighbors. And one of our neighbors said to us, "We keep to ourselves here." That was the welcome. And after a few weeks, I said, well, there's two places I know a gay couple are welcome in church. Society of Friends and Unitarian Universalist Church. And there's one in the center of town. And I walked in these doors. And a couple weeks later, I dragged my wife through those doors. And, we were here. And this was a welcoming place for us. It was the place in Chelmsford we found community. Because at that time, we did not have children. Children were the way you got dragged into the community. You got dragged into the soccer and this and that and the other, and we didn't have kids. This was how we found community. And this community was here for us when we decided to have children, and you were part of the village that gave them our values. And so I want this church to be here for the next family that walks through those doors, the next person that walks through these doors, that is looking for a place to belong. So important. And that's why I pledge.
Hi, I'm Jill Hayes, and I grew up in this church. And I just wanted to say that I pledge for a lot of reasons. But I would say the main reason I pledge is because we have a wonderful staff here. And in fact, we have always had a wonderful staff here. And I just think it is so important to me that we take care of them the way that they take care of us. And that we make sure that they have the resources they need to continue to do their job. And so as I said, I'm so grateful for everyone who works here and for everyone who volunteers here, and that is why I pledge.
All right. Okay. Center. Stewardship is not a one-time act, but an ongoing commitment. It requires intentionality, dedication, and a deep understanding that our actions ripple beyond our own lives. Certainly heard that today. Let us remember that with the seeds we plant today may not bear fruit immediately. Some may take time to sprout, while others may require nurturing and patience. May we go forth from this place, committed to nurturing the seeds we have planted, knowing that they hold the potential to transform our lives and the world around us.